time I'll be focusing on the class, but every once in a while I'll see something that I would have seen in a regular class and I'll give feedback. Good. Switch your grip. Satani. We're going to do this one, just like before, coming out for a very specific target. Once the point is going forward and we're leaning, stepping in, so time the body, hand, body, and foot. Grab the dagger at the tip with the thumb back, and bring it back to the right hip with the voltage stabile at the end. So, thrust, grab, back. Now I'm very fond, and I'm not sure if this is a good habit or not, of slapping the front wrist as I come in. I think I get that from seeing Ellen Bellarino on the sword in one hand, slapping his front thigh, which I think he got from someone else in Toronto. But anyway, that's a habit that I have. I will probably continue doing that unless my head instructor and provost, David Murphy, tells me to stop it, in which case I will. So back, visualize, true time, strike, they've gone to grab your arm, you're doubling up, and you're getting at it down. Getting ready to fish and then come back in if necessary, right? Or perhaps you'll come back and then switch your grip, right? Which is something we'll talk about in a minute. Let's do 10 of these. So, 1, recover. 2, recover. 3, recover. 4, recover. 5, recover. 6, recover. 7, recover. 8, recover. 9, recover. 10, recover. Good. Roll your shoulders. Now let's look at switching grips. Now, there is virtue in practicing going from a forward grip, 2 fingers, and then trying to get used to flipping it around, 2 fingers, flipping it around. Sure, there's virtue in doing that, and especially in today's isolation, it's like learning how to use chopsticks. If you're not used to it, it's awkward, you'll drop the weapon a lot, and it's a good little dexterity drill. However, I do not recommend changing your grip in this fashion in drills or in free play. I recommend getting used to doubling and changing grip. Why? Because if I was in front of Mike and I went to do something like this, he'd bat that out of my hand with his left hand or just take it away from me. Wouldn't you, Mike? So, I'd have to double up, and better yet, if I'm changing grip, I usually come back to my hip change out of distance, right? Just like I would for a counter disarm. I can also possibly hide the fact that I'm changing the grip. Now, Mike knows what I'm doing. He knows I'm hiding something here, and he says, "You changing grip." And he says, "Yeah, there it is," right? However, if somebody doesn't know me, they might not quite know what I'm doing. So I have a couple of different things. It's more stable, it's more defendable, and 2, it's out of distance. It's a little bit trickier. But the main thing is in distance, that is bad. Unless you're really good, 40-50% of the time you'll drop it. The other half, Mike will knock it out of your hand. So that's bad. This is stable. This is safe. Okay? So I practice that. Now, take the dagger. Put it in the left hand. We don't train with the left hand in the dagger for some reason. Let's do a bit tonight. We won't spend a lot of time on this tonight. We'll do a bit of this, right? That's one of the purposes of these sorts of informal practices is I've got different thoughts for training in my mind, and I flick them upon you guys like I do with summer sessions, right? And again, unless Dave says no. If you see something, he says, "Yeah, don't train that." Well, I don't train that, right? So, right foot forward, ice grip, grip. We're coming in with the opposite of a mandrita. So we're going to come in on the left side. So the point comes up, the right hand comes up to the left, then we step, then we strike. Then we double up, we come back to the left hip, right? Now this leads into a discussion, just go half speed and get used to it. This goes into a discussion about why to train with the left hand, with any of the weapon sets. Some of the weapon sets, you can change your hands. Spear, poleaxe come to mind. Fjord of Barry shows different grips. So there it's inherent, you have to train with both, because that's what's shown by the master, right? Dagger, sword in one hand, sword in two hand. You could argue, if your Leverie does not show those weapons in the left hand, why bother? Well, you could argue it increases your mental flexibility, especially in a time of isolation like this. It's good to give yourself a little bit of a mental challenge as well as a physical one. Discombobulate, stretch yourself a bit. Sure, there's inherent value in that. From personal experience, anytime that I've injured my right side, I've been too stubborn to stop training, and I've wanted to continue to help with the club. So, when my left elbow was sprung, when my both shoulders were out, I came anyway and trained with the left hand, which means that you can continue to stay active and you can continue to train with a partner and feed them blows that they respond to. Now, another reason is you might be facing a left-handed person. The scene from the Princess Bride comes to mind, right? Such as Mark. I believe Mark is left-handed in our club. Now let's switch to the equivalent of reverso. So we're going to be coming across the body and going from the right side. Now I've been alternating. Sometimes I'll have my hand and I'll double up. Sometimes I haven't. I'm going to apply more discipline, and on each of these I'm going to double up. So we'll do the right hand, right foot forward. We're going to do the right hand blow with the left hand. So across the body, wait for it, strike, double, back to the left hip. Let's do 10 of those. Making sure you're going true time instead of false time like I did just a second ago. True time, through. Now, there's another reason for training with our left hand, and that is the idea of sword and buckler, and sword and shield, sword and dagger, if you're looking at the Bolognese tradition. There will be times where you will be using the left hand as with a weapon. Now, I would argue that if you're Leverie's sword and two-hand system, when you're taking your left hand off, in order to attack with it, to punch, to lock, to key, to disarm, it is a two-weapon system. So even though there are times where we aren't using the weapon in our left hand, the left hand by itself is a weapon. But I digress. A couple more, and hold. Now let's do fendente with the left hand. We'll just do the one side plunging down. Right foot forward, left hand up, right hand with it, strike, double up, and back. This is the portion of class where people start to get a bit bored and they start to have their discipline drift. So let's focus on good form, doubling up and then back, even if we have to slow down. And one more. Good. Shake it off. So let's go back to the right hand. Left foot forward. Now there's something we're not including, fishing. But before we do that, for fun, let's add kicks. So you can't see it because my camera is set up such that you can't see me below the waist. But if we take Fiore, we can strike with the sword and do a blade grab, kick, and then come down with the blade, right? Blade grab and kick. For fun, let's kick, double up, back to the hip. Mandrita, kick, double up, back to the hip. Two more. Mandrita, kick, double up, back. Mandrita, kick, double up, back. Now the kick could be a front kick, it could be a side kick, it could be the knee to the groin to the gut. But I don't see this as extremely practical because essentially you're combined. And if you take one leg in order to kick at this point, you're giving up your fortitudo, right? So let's look at another variant. as we're passing forward, we're doing a very similar sort of movement as a kick. Let's use that. So we're going to bring our blade up. We're going to kick to the knee, land, strike. We want the land and the strike at the same motion. So kick, strike, then double, then back to the right hip. Now, how effective would this be? Well, it could be a distraction. You could argue that kick is a provocation to get their attention low, and then you strike and land, is retracting the leg, because you do not want them to grab your leg and throw you. Or you could argue the dagger is a provocation. Their hands go high, you kick them in the nuts, push their hands away, strike them. Right? This is something we'll test out in free play or in open classes. 2 more. Strike, then back. Last one. Kick, strike, and then back. Moving on. Let's do the reversey. We'll just do 5 with the kick first and then 5 with the kick second. So, let's do 5 with the kick second first. So, reversey across, land with a versey, and then kick, and then double, and then back. 5 of those. Reversey, kick, double, back. Reversey, kick, double, back. Reversey, kick, double, back. Now in this case I'm just using a little kick off the front foot. Arguably you could use a kick off the back foot, but the distance I would expect from here would be too short. That's something we'll look at on another day. Now we're going to do 5 reverses with the kick before the dagger blow lands. So the blade comes up, they're getting ready to defend against a reversal, kick him in the upper thigh, strike, double up and back. Provoke, kick, land, double, back. 5 of those. Last one. Good. Fendente. We're just going to do the fendente straight down. We'll do 5 with the kick after our foot lands, and then 5 with the foot landing before the dagger. So, fendente, kick, double, back. Here I did it wrong. Fendente, kick, double, back. 3 more. And now we're going to do the kick before the dagger hits. So, bring the dagger up the center line. Kick, land, double, back. Point comes up, kick, out, through. So on this one, their hands are going to come up, right? They're going to do a typical fiore frontale block against this center line fendente strike. So kicking them might draw their hands back low again, or a momentary weakness. Either's good. Out. This could be the knee, this could be the upper thigh, this could be the groin, this could be the guts. I'm also a fan of a pusher kick. So to correct the distance, if somebody's closing, if they're coming in while you're coming in and you want to correct the distance, push them back, strike them, double up, get out. In this case, assuming that we're getting out. 2 more. And hold. Let's try Satani with a kick. So first of all, we'll do 5 Satanis, landing and then doing the kick. Then we'll do 5 Satanis, kicking before landing. So, Satani, kick, double, back. Satani, kick, double, back. Satani, kick, double, back. 2 more. Satani, kick, double, back. Last one. Satani, kick, double, back. Now we're going to do kicks before the Satani lands. So we present the forward point, kick, then we're going to land, and then double, and then out. So, present the point, kick, land, dagger, back. Kick. So we want to make sure that our foot lands with the dagger. So we've got the weight of the body coming in. Four more. So that one I was using the false time. I've got to have the blade come out, kick, and then out. Last one. Good. Next, just going to check the time. Guys, got to grab a drink of water. I see we're 15 minutes in. Are you guys ready to continue? Having a drink of water and then we're good to go? Okay. Now we're going to do fishes. Then we'll have a little bit of time to finish up using the hammer. Or you can use a piece of wood. You can even use a rondelle dagger just as a stick in that second bit. So, what is a fish? What is a flick? Right? Fish comes. The terminology for fish comes from the Monty Python sketch where they're flapping with the fish. We're coming in. We're striking. Our left hand is ready. As they go to block, either before, during, or after they block, you've got a small window of time. Push the elbow, and you can clear the way to strike on the right. In a reversi, across the body, you can push the elbow to strike on the left. In a fendente, you've got your choice. You can go left or right. So you can come in a fendente, and you can push the left, which is more accessible. Or if you're quick and sudden, you can go underneath to strike with a mandrita. So effectively, the fish allows you to nullify their defense. Now, as I mentioned earlier, a counterfish, which we will not be practicing tonight, is where the defender proactively or reactively pushes one of your elbows or one of your wrists in order to block your fish and or your strike, right? Messing up the opponent, essentially. So let's do the mandrita, right? Mandrita, strike. I'm going to reach out underneath and push the elbow across my body to open that up. And then I'm going to double up and come back so I'm consistent with the rest of the class, the rest of the drills that we've done tonight. So, mandrita strike, left fish across the body, push the elbow in. I'm going to do that with the second increasing step. Then I'm going to double and exit out. So left foot forward, passing step, increasing fish, strike, double up, out. Let's do 5 of those. 1, fish, out. 2, fish, out. I forgot the strike. 3, fish, strike, double, out. 4, fish, strike, double, out. 5, fish, strike, double, out. Now let's do the same thing with reversi. So we're going to come across the line, passing step, reversi. We're going to push from our left to our right, step to the left, strike, and then come back, doubled up, back to the right hip. So, across the body, strike, fish, strike, double, out. Again, we'll do this 5 times. Strike, fish, second strike, double, out. 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 Now we'll do fendente, and we'll just do the plunging attack, the main one. Pushing to the left, then we're going to do 5 fishing to the right. So first, strike. The left hand is going to push to the left, from left to right, and strike a reversey. And then double, and then out. Let's do 5 of those. Fendente, fish, reversey, double, exit. 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 Right, now we're going to do a fendente. We're going to reach across the body and underneath the fish from right to left, which is harder. You've got to really do this quickly and suddenly. That'll give us the mandrita line. So, fendente. Left hand goes under, sweeping from right to left to push their elbow, forearm and elbow across. Another increasing step, mandrita, double, and out. Fendente, fish, mandrita, double, out. I'm going to do this 5 times. Fendente, fish, mandrita, double, out. 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 Last one. Fendente, fish, mandrita, double, out. Good. Roll the shoulders. Switch to point forward grip, Satani. Now, on this one, I'm just going to push from right to left. We're going to come in. They're going to bring both hands down to defend. I'm going to push their right elbow out of the way and strike. So the concept here is you're trying to get their hands while they're moving. They're not quite grabbed your hand yet. You're pushing it out of the way and in. Ideally, I like to think of this as a provocation to bring their hands out. Even before I start to move, if their hands are coming out already, as I step in, I can sweep and come in. That gives them the least amount of time to respond. Fish, strike. 3 more. Fish, strike. Last one.